I did read here about a year ago. The other one I don't think most of y'all have heard, but last night I was kind of in a mellow mood. Tonight I'll read some serious stuff, so whatever. Things I would tell my daughter. I would tell my daughter that a real woman never plays small. She may not always speak, but when she does, she stands proud and tall. That someone whose smile is a little too big might use their lips as a shovel and slowly start to dig. That a girl who is always nice, who quietly sits on a shelf, is nice to everyone, except of course to herself. A real woman knows that she is worth the wait, that a half-hearted no is far better than a grand mistake. A real woman knows that real love is worth the risk, and that while you assess the situation, that internal clock slowly ticks. A real woman knows that, in some form, all men are beasts, from the Moulin Rouge-loving film geek to the manimal at the party house thumping down the street. A real woman knows that beasts are not meant to be feared, because they can be tamed, they can be swayed, especially with a woman's gentle melodic voice, giving the music to guide the way, to soothe the savage beast right where he does lay. It should never be your goal to say, "Here, sweet beast, here's a collar and a bell, just keep coming back and you'll be fed until your furry belly swells." A real woman knows that freedom is more than a treat, it's a simple way of living, one no partner can easily beat, except with an invitation to stay warm and swaddled as long as one likes, to invite him home not with your mouth, but instead with your eyes, to hold back on some of your vice, to be a good girl until it really feels right. A real woman knows that Barbie has it all wrong, as fake tits one day sag, and someday you may not want to wear a thong. Keep picking it out of your ass. A real woman knows that the art of seduction is a lifelong course with pillow talk done in silence and a push-pull method using very little force. That the art of seduction really works both ways, and a real man will get tired if they're the only one in the chase. I would also tell her that sometimes a boy will say stop in the middle of the chase. That when he sees free food, he will eat. That sometimes a girl gets put in her place. I would tell her that a real man knows when the jig is up, that no means no, and sometimes you play it rough. A real man says, "I'm sorry." A real man takes his blame, because surely mistakes happen, as we have no rules in this crazy game. That not only women cry and not only women bleed, that men can be fragile, but you should still do as you please. A real man treats you like you're the only woman in the room. He doesn't let a crush from his past overshadow his future with you. That no matter how many demons he has to face, he lines them up one by one. He works for his grace. And she works at her own steady pace, risking that he will pass her by. But don't be afraid to say, "I'm sorry, I love you." Don't be shy. Timidity is the biggest crime against love. And patience is a virtue that can fit you like a glove. These are the things a real woman knows after she's taken off all of her clothes, after boys leave their mark and can turn into men who leave scars. That wisdom comes from experience, and experience can tear you apart. But don't fret too much, my dear. You can learn from my mistakes. Though you will make your own, you will leave this home and you'll find yourself a new name. But remember where you come from. Remember to be bold. Live with grace and live in freedom. Take a breath when you want to scold. Have patience with all beasts. Let your words flow and your eyes speak. There's nothing good on a shelf while you sit waiting to fall. A real woman takes a stand. A real woman never plays small. Perhaps these things are not always easily said. And perhaps these are things that my son should hear instead. Thank you.